Alright, hey, Hayes Mega here, and welcome to another Rav4 Prime video. Alright, not specific to the Rav4, but I bought some side molding trims is what they call them, alright? So these are those little plastic moldings that you put on the side of the vehicle, so if somebody was to open their door and hit your door, it would hit this instead of the, your door and ding it or something. So far, Hades Mega's been pretty lucky. I don't have any dings on the side of my Rav4 quite yet. You just gotta be careful where you park it, I guess. And this is a kind of a big vehicle, sort of. Okay, so where did I get it from? I got it from Stevens Creek Toyota again, alright? It is a genuine Toyota part, alright? It says it right here, okay? And that's how you know it's the real deal. You get it from the dealership. Alright, this is the receipt right here. We'll go over like the part number and all that stuff. Hades Mega is just going to do the show and tell today. I'm not going to install it, and I'll tell you why in a second. Okay, yeah. So let's go unbox this. We'll take a look at what we got inside, and then that's all I can do for today. And then we'll install it on a different day. All right. So, and then we'll look at the receipt. Okay, yeah. So I paid $123.05. All right, it was $112.50 and $10.55 sales tax, California sales tax. All right, so that came out to $123.05. Okay, I got it on Black Friday. That's when I ordered it. Yep, it was a cyber week or whatever they call it. Whenever you order parts around holidays and stuff, they're discounted, right? So I think normally I think they're about like 120, 125, so it's not really that much of a discount, but every little bit counts is what I'm gonna say. It says here list is $155, all right? So I guess it's normally they're $155. I'm sure they're a little bit discounted. The retail is $155. I think they're probably like discounted down to like 130-ish or something, right? And Hades Mega got it for $112, so that's actually a pretty significant discount. That's what I'll say. All right, cool. All right, we'll go take a look at the receipt real quick, the part numbers and all that. Hades Mega is not going to install it today because I looked at the manual online, and it mentions that you should install this in temperatures 60 degrees to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And right now it's in like the 50s right now. It just dipped down below 50s into the 50s right now, and I'm like, yeah, probably not a good time to install it. The reason being is these have a double-sided tape on it, all right, or it's got an adhesive on it, and the adhesive will not stick very well if the temperature is below 60 degrees. So Hades Mega is going to wait for a warmer day. I know it's the winter time now, so it's not a good time to install these. Hades Mega's had this since Black Friday, and it's already almost the end of the year. so I've had these for a while, and it's just been raining, so I haven't been installing it. That's my story, okay? So when I do get a decent day, maybe if it's like 70, if the sun comes up, all right, we'll go install it, all right? Because it requires us it's not very hard to install it. It requires us having to clean the vehicle. Very similar to the mud guards. You gotta clean the area you're working on, so you might as well clean the whole side, wash the whole side of the vehicle, and then you gotta dry it, and it's not gonna dry very well in this cold temperature, okay? And then you have to do a lot of measuring and stuff, okay? You could just stick it on, you could just eyeball it and stick it on there, but to do it right, you got to do measurements and stuff, all right? And so I will show you how to do it by the book, all right, or by the instructions. Okay, so let's go take a look at the receipt. We'll go unbox this, and then that'll be the end of this section, and then the next clip, we'll go and install it. All right, thanks, go. All right, here it is, El Receito, all right. Stevens Creek Toyota, all right, that's where I got it from. You can probably get it from your local Toyota dealer, or you can order it from Stevens Creek Toyota if you want. All right, I ordered this on November 26th, so yeah, like right around that Black Friday period. All right, so the part number is PT938-4 42190-02. All right, I will have a link to where I bought this from in the description if you guys are wondering where it is. Okay, it just says the description is Rav4 BS special order. SP order means special order. All right, it was listed for $155. Then it got discounted down to $112.50 and 50 cents. All right, there you go. It's a special order part. All right. Oh yeah. So an interesting thing to note is, yeah, you can buy them in the. Oh yeah. So I totally forgot. These are the black ones. Okay. I bought the white ones before and I returned it. So if you return it, then you'll have to pay, like, you have to pay some kind of stocking fee or something. Okay. But yeah. And then yeah. So this one is the black one. All right. I'm not sure what the other colors are, okay, the part number, but this is the part number for the black one. Okay, so if you have a black Rav4, or if you have a super white Rav4 and you want to put a black side molding like Hades Omega is going to, this will be, you know, this is the one that you're trying to do. So all right, okay, and then that's $112.50, $10.55 tax, and then there's the total. Okay, I will put a link to it in link to where I bought it in the description of this video, and let's go take a look at this. All right, so this, remember, this is the black one. I think it's called, I'm not really sure what color this is. Okay, here's a better description. It's called a Body Side Molding 218 Midnight Black Metallic. Okay, so this is the Midnight Black Metallic version. All right, there's a super white, I think there's a blueprint, they got different colors for the different Rav4s. This one is the Midnight Black Metallic. All right, and it should match the black paint on my Rav4. Okay, let me take a look at it. Let me see if it is metallic. Yep, the black paint on my Rav4 is metallic. All right, so that leads me to believe the black paint has like a clear coat on it. Okay, so that's what's going to start peeling in the future. Okay, let's do the unboxing. All right, here we go. That's the box. You can see how tall it is. I'll stand it up. All right, pretty much, it's as tall as the cargo height, and then some, like 2 feet extra. Okay, pretty long box. All right, and it says, attention, the installation instructions for this accessory are on the electronic Toyota information system. Please see your dealer for a copy. Okay, so if you need the instructions, I will put a link at where I found the instructions in the description. Okay, and then there we go. Here it says Toyota genuine parts. It's the real deal. All right, and then here is your genuine Toyota parts label. All right, so Rav4 BSM. I think BSM stands for Body Side Molding. Okay, it's Papa Tango 938-42190-02. Okay, and it says quantity 1. I believe it looks like it's made in Canada because it says Canada right here. Okay, so the interesting thing, a lot of Toyota parts that Hades Omega has been purchasing for the Rav4 have either come from Canada or America. Okay, not too much in Japan. Okay, let's go open it up. Okay, I got Mr. Knifey. Go open her up. Let's see what comes inside. Why can't they just put the instructions with these, man? I guess it saves paper. Alright, so there it is. There's one packet. Still more. Okay. I believe that's it. Let me give it a good shake. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so here we got, I guess this is for the front or the back. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. Alright. You got 2 small ones and 2 long ones. Alright. And that's it. Nothing else. Alright, you can see they got there's little pull tabs on the side here to take the backing off the adhesive. Alright. There's another end right here. So it's kind of got nothing in between. Okay. Take a look at one of the small ones. Okay. Okay. There's a pull tab right here, and there's a pull tab right here, and it's got 2 strips of adhesive right here, okay, and they kind of go together a little bit. Okay. All right, they're going right back in the box. All right, so in the next clip, we will go and install them. All right, but I will not today. Like I mentioned, the temperature has to be around 60 to 90 degrees is what it says. All right, and I believe that. Okay, adhesive sticks better when it's warm. Okay, now you could probably do it in your garage if it's warm, or I could use a heat gun, but it's kind of a long strip to use as a heat gun. So it'll just be a lot better if you did it on a warmer day. Okay, but it's like the winter time now, so Haze Mega will wait for a warmer day. Oh yeah, so another thing I wanted to point out is, yeah, I got the black one because I want my Rav4 to look a little bit different than the other white Rav4s out there. And I can't lie, the white, just a plain white Rav4 kind of looked vanilla, right? I need something to make it, to differentiate it from other Rav4s. Okay, I think I've done enough where like I can probably, you know, thing it, but because yeah, I was at the dealer getting this service, and I thought, like, I looked at another there was another Rav4 Prime, same exact model as mine, and I'm like, hey, is that my Rav4? No, it's not. It was a brand new one they were selling. I was like, oh, okay. So that just tells you, man, like they look exactly the same, and I gotta try to make mine look a little bit different than everybody else's, so Haze and Megan knows it's mine. All right, so by putting some glossy metallic black body side moldings on my super white Toyota RAV4, it'll look different than the other super white RAV4s out there on the road. Okay, so okay, yeah, it'll kind of differentiate it a little bit. So that's one reason I wanted to go with the black. I could have just as easily gotten the white ones. Okay, all right. All right, Haze Mega here, and this is the install portion of the video. So we're going to be installing the body side moldings today. I will do one side kind of in depth, and then I will do an accelerated part for the other part. Okay, so just like I did the mud guards video, right? Or I'll just do it and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay. So we went over what was in the box. There's 4 pieces to this. There's 2 shorter pieces and 2 longer pieces. All right, I'm gonna take them out right now. And I do have the manual, okay, the instructions. I printed them out, so we'll do it by the instructions, all right? As close as possible anyways. There's a lot of safety stuff in there that, you know, it seems kind of unnecessary, but whatever. You want to make sure you don't damage your RAV4, okay? The first section, it says to ensure the vehicle is clean and prepped for installation. So what we're going to do is we're going to wash the sides of the vehicle where they'll be mounting, and then we're going to dry it. All right, and then it says the work area, body side moldings, and vehicle door surface temperature must be at least 60 F to 90 F. All right, so I'll tell you now, it's about 60 F right now. We're at the minimum. All right, ideally you probably want it to be warmer, like in the 80s. All right, but what we're going to do to aid us with that, to warm it up, is we're going to use a heat gun. All right, so I will at least heat up the adhesive that's on the side molding before we stick it on there. Okay, maybe we'll heat up the area that we're working into. We should definitely make sure it's dry and free of any kind of dust or anything. All right, that's the important part. All right, and then it says clean the door area fixture touch points using non-scratch cloth and I don't know what VDC stands for, approved cleaner and cleaning method. All right, we're just gonna wash it. All right, we're gonna wash it with soap and water, and then dry it with a microfiber cloth. Okay, so that's the first step. Clean it. All right, let's go. So I got a garden hose, a sponge, all right, and I've got some soap right here, and we're just gonna get on to washing it. So we just need to wash pretty much the front and the back door. All right, that's the area that you'll be thinking, so I would just wash the whole thing. You don't have to be super detailed in it, but somewhere like in the middle is where we're going to be working. All right, here we go. Okay, to help dry it better, I'm going to squeegee it. Okay. Squeegee the rotator here. Okay, and I'm going to use a microfiber cloth to dry the rest of the bits. So it's kind of important to try to get as much stuff on the top dry as possible, because you don't want any of that water dribbling down later on the area that you're going to be working in. Alright, so I'm not afraid of getting the car wet because it's going to rain tomorrow anyways. Okay, so not going to lie, I read the manual yesterday and I'm just kind of like, yeah, stuff is kind of unclear. That's why I'm making this video. So it's typical Toyota instructions, okay? But anyway, so the next thing we do after cleaning is to, once the area is clean, do not contaminate the surface by touching it with your bare hands, okay? As much as possible, try not to touch the area. Locate the horizontal measurement, all right? Locate the horizontal measurement location on the front cladding, all right? So I think ensure the fixture contact points are clean and free of debris. Use compressed air prior to installation if necessary. So I can do that. So in step 2, it says locate the horizontal measurement, all right? So and it gives you a pretty good descriptive picture right there, all right? So you got the, it's actually exactly how we're looking at it right now. So yeah, you've got this. So you're going to be working in this area right here. It looks like, okay, so according to this diagram, we're going to be working probably just under the door handle, probably right around this area right here is where we'll be applying it, okay? But we got to go make some measurements so we can figure out where exactly it'll be, okay? So it tells you to locate the horizontal measurement, all right? The horizontal measurement point is pretty much where the cladding, all right? That's what they call it. The cladding is the black part. All right. So if you look at the picture, all right? That's this area right here, all right, where it's talking about, and you're gonna make the measurement from right here, okay, where I'm pointing my finger at right now, the very front edge, all right, or just the cladding, all right, this part on the bottom. This is where we'll be taking all our measurements from, okay. Just to be clear. To make this precise, all right. Yeah, I don't even know why they even tell you to measure from here. You're actually measuring from the bottom cladding, okay, the black part. All right, so to do our measurements, all right, we're going to be using the tape, all right, a painter's tape, all right, and then scissors to cut it, all right. You don't want to tear it because you want to cut it straight as much perpendicularly as possible, okay. So so you don't get so you get a good measurement, okay, basically. So what we'll be using to make our measurements is a tape measure, all right, and I have a metric one. I got this from a Japanese dollar store, so they don't make very many metric tape measures, all right. Well, you know what, it might be better to, let me see. Okay, so actually I'm going to use this ruler, all right. If I need a different measurement device, I will use the tape measure. If I need a longer one, I think we're going to use the ruler, all right. That seems like to be the this will be the most accurate, and this is 300 millimeters, all right. So we're going to be using the millimeter measurement, all right, and there it is. So we're going to start with the rear, all right. So the rear is 40 millimeters from the edge, all right, but it looks like it's 40 millimeters from the very edge, all right, from like right here, all right. That's where we're gonna start. So what I would do is break off a piece of tape, and then we're gonna use the edges for measurements, just for markers, okay, and then we'll just start laying down tape. Okay, so it says to measure 40 millimeters from, like, I guess where the black meets the white right here. Measure 40 millimeters, and then that's where our line, our vertical line, first vertical line is going to be. All right, so we're going to go 40 millimeters with the ruler from the edge here. All right. Try not to get my head in the shot. No promises. Okay. I think what we should do could do is, so I got a little bit of area right here that I can stick this on here. All right, what I'm gonna do is stick that on there, and then go to 40 millimeters. Okay. Okay, did you get that? Stick it there, 40 millimeters. Not perfect, but okay. So that's that measurement right there. This is, it's more time consuming than I thought it would be. Okay, so that mark right there, so right here is 40 millimeters from the edge there. Okay, that's that first measurement. Now we got to do the vertical measurement. We want to go 297. So from here, we want to go up 297 millimeters, okay? And then we're going to go put a piece of tape there. So it says here 297. So 297 millimeters from where we marked it up. We're going to go up 297 millimeters, all right? And we're going to mark it, okay? Okay. 297 is pretty much the whole ruler, all right? My whole ruler. This is a 12-inch ruler, by the way. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. Just break off a piece of tape. I hope I'm doing this right. All right. And so I know these sides are the straightest, so that's the ones we're going to use for measurement. All right, so we're going to go. He's going to try to do this without getting in the shot, but no promises. All right. Okay, did you get that? I don't know if it's totally if I'm doing this right, guys, but we'll find out when we stick it on there. the thing is, I don't know if it's straight or not. That's the problem. All right, but anyway, this is 297 millimeters. All right, this edge on top here. All right, like right here. All right, that's 297 millimeters. All right, so I'm gonna go do the next one. Sorry guys, I didn't get it on video, and I don't really want to do it again. So basically, I took the ruler, all right, at the 40 millimeter mark. All right, I measured 300 millimeters, which is basically the whole measurement of this ruler, okay? And then I made a mark right here, okay? So this is our 300 mark right here, all right? 40, 300, and this is 297, okay? Okay, next mark is 301 millimeters, all right, from the bottom left, all right? So we're gonna go from the bottom left up 301 millimeters. So I have a 300 millimeter ruler, so I'm just gonna guess for the last millimeter. Okay, here goes. Okay, there's our fourth measurement. So I'm not gonna lie, the upper measurements are very hard to do because you can't get this, it's not flat, okay? It goes up like this and it moves like that. So you gotta hover the ruler over it, all right? So if you mess up, just take your time, take it off and put it back on. So just keep on double checking. Okay. So I went for slightly past 30 millimeters, all right, and I think that's okay. Okay,
So there's our 4
Alright, he's right here. Bad luck, guys. It started raining, okay? So it was supposed to rain today and it didn't. But now it is, so I can't finish this, alright? So, but I've done the first 4 measurements. I think we're gonna have to redo this, alright? So I'm gonna have to redo everything. I'm gonna have to wash the side of the car again, dry it, and then take the measurements again, okay? It's very the measurements are very time consuming is what I'm gonna say, because you have to make a lot of really precise measurements. Yeah. So, but they want to make sure you do it right, okay? So yeah, we're gonna try to do it by as much as possible by the book, okay, is what I'm gonna say. But anyway, so far we've made the 40 millimeter mark here, all right? We've made 297 mark right here, all right? And then from here is 300. I memorized them all. 300 millimeters from the edge right here to here, all right? And then another 301 millimeters from here to here, right here, the upper part of it. So you kind of gotta remember where everything is, all right? So okay, so before I go today, all right, I'm going to give you guys a little tip on the measurements, all right? So because the tape is pretty thick, right? So you might forget where you're measuring it. So I'm taking the measurement from right here, all right? So what I want to do is draw a little arrow, all right here, all right? And then so the measurement, the 297 measurement I measured right up here, okay? That's where we're taking it from, all right? And then 300 millimeter measurement right here on the edge, okay? All right, and then from here to here is 301 millimeters. We're using the top edge right here. So, okay, so that's just a little way you can remember where you took the measurement from, because the tape is kind of thick, is what I'm going to say. All right, so all right, so we're in the next clip. It'll be a warm, sunny day, and Hades and Vega will be back at this step again. All right, so like I said, I got to do everything again. All right, I got to wash it, dry it, and then do the measurements. Put the 4 tapes on here, and then so right now we're pretty much ready to put the. Maybe I should just do it. Oh, it's already getting wet now. That's okay. I'm not gonna put it on when it's raining. You definitely don't want to put it on when it's raining, okay? So I was thinking of leaving the tape on there, but I realized, like, hey, we're gonna have to wash it again anyways, and then the tape might not stay on there. It might get all messed up. Yeah. Anyway, I'll keep the tape on there. That's what I'll do. I'll keep the tape on. It's clean anyways underneath. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the tape on there. I'm gonna see if so it's gonna be raining for like a week, so I probably won't be shooting this video for another week. We'll see if these stay up there, and then we'll continue from where we left off. Either way, it's gonna be like this when we come back. All right, I might have a new measurements, or hopefully these stay on the whole week. All right, but so Hades Vega's gonna be driving around with painter's tape on the side of his rear right door for like until it stops raining. All right. Okay, sorry. Hades Vega is back. All right, so it's been, I'm not lying, dude. It's been like more than a week since I put these measurements on here. All right, so I washed everything, and we're gonna go start for where we left off last time. All right, so I left the tape on the whole week. All right, yeah, it was really dirty, is what I'm gonna say. But so if you remember correctly, I've got the tape on here, and then all the measurement points I marked with a marker. Okay, so every point that we measured using the ruler, I put a piece of tape, and I put like, hey, where we measured it from. All right, so that's where we're getting our measurements from. So now we're pretty much done with the rear of the car. Now we have to do the front of the car. All right, we have to do the measurements for the front of the car. All right, so let's go take a look at those instructions. Okay, so we're picking up from where we left off. I'll briefly review what we did. So here's the cladding. This is where we measured from. Okay. And so I found out, like, you really only have to clean the part that you're gonna put the stuff on. Don't I think anything, try not to spray any water on the door handles, because the water will trickle down. All right, so but it's finally a warm day, and I can go do this again. It's in like the 50s, 60s, but the sun is shining on the car, so that's good. So here we've got so there's the cladding right there. All right, if you remember correctly, there's the cladding. This is where they intersect right here. All right, this is that part right here. Okay, now it's supposed to be 40 millimeters. Yeah, 40 millimeters from here. That's when we made that measurement right there, and then we went up 297 from there. All right, and that's that measurement right there. Okay, that's this. Okay, and then we went 300 from the cladding right here to here. All right, and then we went straight up 301 millimeters. All right, that's that measurement right there. Okay, so that's everything for this side, right? Now we're gonna have to do the front. All right, so it says measure the locations along the upper edge of the front cladding, then measure the vertical locations for the front molding. Okay, so we're gonna do pretty much the same thing, but it's gonna be the opposite. All right, we're gonna do it on the front door this time. All right, so we're gonna take our 40 millimeter measurement from the edge of the cladding right here and the edge of the door. So 40 millimeters from here. Okay, I think I'm gonna try this one differently. All right, so I've got a stroke of brilliance here. Okay, I've got the ruler here. All right, it's got to be 40 millimeters from the edge, right? So we're gonna I'm gonna cut off a piece of tape that's 40 millimeters. All right, that's just 4, but that's 4 centimeters. Okay, 40 millimeters right there. All right, so I'm gonna cut a piece of tape that goes from here, the zero measurement, to the 4 right here. Okay, I'm gonna cut it exactly like that. Okay, and then we're just gonna stick it on there. All right, I'll show you what I'm. Okay, you see there? That's 40 millimeters exactly. All right, it's 40 millimeters exactly. All right, so we're gonna use that to do. Okay, I'm gonna go lay the tape down. Okay, just like that. Boom. That's our 40 millimeter mark right there. Okay, so if we look at it, I'm going to measure from the edge, right there. Okay, that's 40 millimeters right there from the edge. All right, perfect. That actually worked pretty well. I don't think this will work for the next one though. All right, so we took our measurement from like here. Okay, even like maybe right here. Okay, our next measurement is right here. It's going to be, or right from here. Okay, it's going to be 297. Yeah, it's going to be 297, this one right here. 297 millimeters from here, okay? It's going to come up to right around there. Okay, we'll have to go, we'll measure it again. Man, this barely does 297. Yeah, we could do that, huh? But well, we didn't measure the other one like that, so I think it would be best to not to do that. But yeah, this ruler could do 297. What we could do is just get a strip of tape, run it all the way down here, then cut it at 297, all right, and then just stick it on there. Oh, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could stick it on there, and then we could put another piece of tape on it to mark where it is, all right? But I'm gonna do it the way we did it last time. I'm just gonna look at it, okay? All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then and I'll show you what I got. Okay, that's that 297 mark right there from here. All right. Yeah. Well, you saw how I did it, right? It was kind of difficult. So make sure you're putting it below what you're going to be measuring. All right. So don't put it on top. I put it on top of the first time. I took it off and I put it down here. Okay. The trim is going to go on top of this. All right. So you can't have it on the top. All right. You got to have it on the bottom. All right. So our next measurement is going to be 670, all right? So we're going to, how did we do this before? Oh, I know. This one's 670. Holy moly. All right. So this one is 670 millimeters from the edge. All right. Yeah, 670 millimeters. Okay. All right. So what Hades Omega is going to do for that next measurement? All right. It's 670. It says here. 670 millimeters. All right. That's, or 67 centimeters. We're gonna go do 670 millimeters. I'm gonna use this tape measure. All right, I got this tape measure from a Japanese dollar store, by the way. It's the only place I know you can get metric tape measures, man. And I'm just gonna stick it right here where the door, you know, where the doors separate, and then I'm just gonna look at it. All right. At least I'm gonna try. All right. Okay, did you get that? So I had to actually lay down, all right? I laid down with my legs underneath the vehicle, all right, to get this measurement so I could get my eye the right level, all right? And then basically I took the tape measure, I held it at the door right here, okay? And I measured 670 millimeters. And then I just took the tape and I put it down, okay? And then I looked at it after, and then I wrote where I took that measurement from, all right? So from right here, all right? So I know that's the most precise measurement right there. Okay, so I think that's the hardest one. That's the longest one. Actually, using the tape measures makes it pretty easy because it's more stable. It grabs onto the door. I'd imagine for the vertical one, you probably want to use the ruler. The ruler is probably better. I don't know. This one is hard. These measurements up here are hard because trying to get the ruler on this thing, it's not flat, it's curved, all right? It's a little bit curved. So that's what makes it hard for doing the vertical one, the ones that are up here. All right, so the next measurement, all right, you can see here is from 670, all right, that's that measurement we took. Now we're gonna go up 293 millimeters. I can barely read it. 293 up, okay? It's kind of weird. It's a little bit at an angle, that's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, they did all the measurements to make it straight, you know. It's not rocket science. If it's a little crooked, I don't mind, you know, but yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna measure 293 millimeters from here, all right, from the bottom. Okay, so with so how I did that, so this one I made sure I used the flat edge of the door right here to hold the ruler, okay, and I just kind of looked at it, all right. I looked at it from down there and then I went up there, okay, and then I just stuck a piece of tape to the left of it, all right. So that's our measurement right there, okay, and then and so we're done doing the front door measurements, all right, man. I can't believe I have to do this one more time on the other side. Okay, so there's one more we got to do. Okay, in the next part of the manual, it says measure the distance from the edge of the front door to the edge of the front molding, okay? And that's going to be 8 millimeters, it says here. Yeah. And then using a piece of tape, mark the location of the front door molding from the edge of the front door, okay? So that's that 8 millimeter. That's what they're talking about right there. All right, and then measure the distance from the edge of the rear door to the edge. Basically do the same thing, but use 7 millimeters, all right? So 8 millimeters from here, 7 millimeters from here, okay? That's what I'm gonna go do. So lucky for Hades Omega, the tape extends all the way out there, okay? So I can actually write on this tape, all right? So all I have to do is measure 8 millimeters from the edge of the door. All right, so I'm gonna take this. Oops, wrong way. That's in inches. All right, line it up with the edge of the door. Okay, and it's just 8 mil. It's not a lot, guys. It's like right here, and mark it on the tape. Okay, that might be more like 9. Might have got some on the paint. All right, that's 8 millimeters right there. Yeah, get a better marker, dude. Get a better marker. Okay, I use a finer point marker. I drew it to where I drew a kind of little arrow here, where the where 8 millimeters is. Okay, so it's like right there. That's 8 millimeters. That's where you want to line the edge of the trim up when you put it on there. Okay. So this next one, I'm probably have to put another piece of tape on there, so figure it out. Okay, so this other one is going to be 7 millimeters, so we're going to measure. I put another piece of tape there. I'm going to line the ruler up to the edge here and measure off 7 millimeters, which is right here. Okay. 7 millimeters. 8 millimeters. Okay. So that's how far it's got to be. Okay. Well, we're lining it up with these here. Okay. So hopefully that makes a pretty straight line. Okay, so it looks like I've run out of daylight. So I think I'm done for today. It's getting cold and the sun is disappearing. So you definitely want to do this one. You definitely want to do the part where you're sticking it on there in the sun. Okay, if you can, if it's on a cold day. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here today, and then we're gonna have to wash everything again tomorrow before we do this, and then we're gonna stick it on there. So the last part is to apply a piece of tape that goes along, that bridges the gap between the front and rear door. Okay, so you would just put a piece of tape over all this, and hopefully you can see all this stuff underneath here. That's what I say. All right, but yeah, just put a piece of tape that goes along your measurements. All right, along this measurement and that measurement. Put a straight piece of tape there. All right, and then that's how you're gonna put your thing down. So I'll show you in the manual real quick. Okay, so it says to put a horizontal strip of tape bridging the front and rear door gaps. Okay, using that measurement that you made. All right, so we're just gonna get a straight piece of tape and then put it right along the top here. It doesn't say how long, so probably just about that long. It looks like maybe like a foot long. Okay, and then that's when we're gonna do the actual put the stuff down. But pretty much all the measurements are done already. All right, there's nothing else to do. Then there's no more measurements to do. Now is the action part. All right, okay, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow when it gets warmer. It's kind of too cold right now for this. It just, once the sun went behind the clouds, it just got really cold all of a sudden. So you want to do this 60 degrees to like 90 something degrees. Okay. So I will wait till it gets warmer, then we'll actually do this. All right, here's it out.